Hey Aquarius, welcome to your first reading for November. How are you? I am bringing you a general reading for the collective of Aquarius, Sun, and Rising. It may not resonate with everyone since it is general for the collective. So if that happens and you're here as Aquarius Sun, feel free to check out the reading that is aligned with your rising sign. Or be a cross watcher. Watch the Sun or Rising readings for your divine counterpart. If you're here as a cross watcher, welcome. Sometimes messages come through directly for the cross watcher. Also, you'll notice there's a difference in the lineup. I used to bring the readings to you in groups of elements. I would do the Aries, Leo, Sag, all the fire signs, the earth signs, the air signs, the water signs. But as we're growing, yay! Newcomers are a little confused about that process and have difficulty figuring out when their reading is coming. So from now on, I'm just going through the zodiac, Aries through Pisces. That means you're always going to come toward the middle and the end of the month. You will always get 2 readings though. Please remember, Aquarius, my readings are not date or time specific unless I indicate otherwise. So like on the 11th, I did a special reading that was date and time specific to 11/11. On the blue moon, I did one. Every now and then I will do one that is very narrowly focused timeline wise. But since we are all on different timelines, these readings are best kept as timeless. So that way you can go through the playlists, look at the titles, and if anything grabs your attention, watch it. If it speaks to you, if it's in alignment with your storyline, then it's very likely you're reading no matter when you come upon it. That's the way it works. Okay, I am also not being as a result, I'm not going to be putting the times on the dates on my titles very much other than month and year and whether it's your first or second reading. So that way people just know it's November and you're getting your first reading and your second reading. Reading number 1, reading number 2. I'm trying to really simplify things because I devote an awful lot of time to the comments with people saying, wait a minute, the timing's off on this. Where's my reading? When does it come up? So I'm trying to eliminate everybody's confusion and lighten my load a little bit. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Pulling 2 cards for you, Aquarius, from Spirit of the Animal Oracle, Spirit Animal Oracle. Ooh. You know, you had the magic theme going last time, trust in the magic, and now the masculine gets card 52. 5 and 2 is 7. I love that spiritual reference. Scarab, beetle, spirit. Magic works through you. We got a magic masculine here. Magic works through you. I love that card. Feminine. Card 28. 2 and 8 is 10. That 0 drops off and you reset to a 1. So it's about completion. There's something that's wrapping up here for you. Frog spirit. Clear out the clutter. Perfect. Clear out the clutter, not just in your home. That would be one way to do it, the literal way, but in your mind, in your thoughts. Especially if you're here as a feminine Aquarius. Remember, you can always flip the energies around if you need to. Yeah, clear out the clutter. We have a new moon in Scorpio. We are in the run-up to. It will be occurring around midnight on the west coast of the United States. That'll be around 9 o'clock. Shortly after 9 p.m. West Coast time, East Coast time, right after midnight, and of course across the pond in the wee hours of the morning. So, and if you're in Australia, complete opposite, like 12 noon later in the day. So that new moon in Scorpio is about rebirth, transformation. It's also about deep water, repressed emotions. And they're going to rise to the surface. There are some celestial planetary alignments that are going to make it easier to access all that emotional stuff. So should it rise to the surface seemingly out of nowhere, go with it. Let it happen. Purge it. Be done with it. Got it? Okay. This is a card just for the Aquarians watching. So it says, speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. I love it. Speak the language of love. I love the moon in the background there. Just very lovely. Yes, loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. Yes, speak the language of love to yourself. You know, words matter. I remember a time, dear Aquarius, where there was a time, a very long time, that I walked around my home saying out loud, I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life. And so what did the universe do? It granted that. It kept giving me more things to hate. And when I flipped the script and started saying, you know, I love my life. This happened today. I love my life. More wonderful, loving things happened. And life got brighter and better. It's just amazing how it works. Words matter. All right. Here we go. Are we ready? See what's happening in the world of Aquarius. Sun and rising and your divine connections. Interesting. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. Masculine energy showing up in the Knight of Pentacles. Very slow, methodical, deliberate action. This is someone who's working on a plan or who will take action with a plan. So they're not impulsive like the Knight of Wands. They're not getting out over their skis with their words and their thoughts like the Knight of Swords. This is slow and steady wins the race. Cross every T, dot every I, be deliberate, be methodical, be practical, be predictable, be reliable, be responsible, right? All the things we associate with that pentacle-y energy. Very grounded. Feminine, though, coming in it with the energy of the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a little bit more impulsive. This is kind of light and flirtatious. Sometimes the Page of Wands acts in their own self-interest in the moment. And that's why every now and then, not always, they kind of get a bad rep, you know? So we'll see what that's about. It could be the feminine's energy themselves, or it can be an energy that they are preoccupied with. We'll clarify, but let me just pull all the other cards. Well, Queen of Wands, hello. Five of Cups, there's regret, and the King of Pentacles. All these cards were in your last reading, I believe, Aquarius. I'll be sure. Queen of Swords, well, there's some Aquarian energy. Ace of Wands, wow. And the Lovers. There we go. Some beautiful Gemini energy in the Lovers. I don't know here. I'm just looking first at this forward motion that's very slow and methodical, but their present experience of the connection is this Five of Cups. Something, they're preoccupied with mistakes of the past, regrets of the past, something that's perceived as a loss. There might be some residual grief here from something, could have involved a Queen of Wands. I believe she came out in your last reading over here somewhere on the feminine side. So this would represent someone who's very much in their power, is very attractive, magnetic personality, very alluring. So it can just represent, it is, you know, Aries, Leo, Sag, so it's fire energy. It can represent someone this masculine was very attracted to. It can also every now and then represent a karmic energy. So I will just say that until I clarify. And then going forward, we have the King of Pentacles, very grounded, very stable. To me, this is the masculine archetype of life partner, someone who shows up for you, right? They got a plan. They've got, you know, if you're going on a drive, they've got the map already, all the stops figured out. See where I'm going. It's very deliberate, methodical, responsible, dependable energy. This is someone who you can build a life with. And who is ready for that, by the way, ready for life partnership. So I like that. Over here for the feminine in the past, Queen of Swords. I got some questions for you, says the Queen. Truth seeker, truth teller, always seeking clarity, always with an eye toward the hand is extended for a reason. It's about a meeting of the minds, making sure all cards are face up on the table, that you're seeing things as they really are. And then communicating, talking through it. Lovely energy. Right now, this feminine is on fire. This is a divine gift of inspired passion. So we are going, interestingly, from this little Page of Wands I did a reading for Capricorn, and I think it was titled From 0 to 100 Miles an Hour. This is what it feels like, because that was a Page of Pentacles with an Ace of Pentacles. This is a Page of Wands with a page, an Ace of Wands. So it feels very similar. There is time is speeding up here for this feminine in terms of passion. A divine gift of inspired passion. And yes, in the future, this feminine will need to make a choice. This is choosing the union, choosing the lover, or coming home to self. It depends. It can go either way. The way it's looking like choosing this partner. I kind of like this because it almost seems like it's perfect. It's really well timed. That beautiful energy there of the King of Pentacles with the lovers. A choice will be made. Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Ace of Swords. Yeah. Aquarius. Hello. Just total enlightenment here. This feels like a big breakthrough moment. That moment of, I was saying earlier that sometimes the Ace of Swords is an epiphany, an aha, right? Like, oh my gosh, why didn't I see this? But I feel as if this masculine is moving toward this realization, this truth very slowly. It will be put on this masculine's path because this is gifted by the divine. It is a card of victory. If you look at the little crown there, the crown always indicates victory. So I feel like they're moving to some clarity, likely around this Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups doesn't surprise me with new moon in Scorpio. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The ease of which this masculine will be able to access that deep emotion and process it. Well, there you go. There's the processing. Nine of Swords also came out in your last reading twice, I believe. Lots of anxiety, sort of preoccupied. Your mind is kind of in overdrive here. If you're here as the masculine around this Ace of Swords, whatever information or clarity is coming into focus can make you a little nuts, can make you like lose sleep. I say nuts affectionately, not clinically. Because I have the capacity to do both. Yeah, and what's it about? Your queen. Hello. King, Queen of Pentacles, life partners, right here. Yeah. Someone that you would settle down with, and it's all this energy feels very grounded though. I love the air reference, the Ace and the 9 for the air of Aquarius. This could be an Aquarius masculine, doesn't have to be. But it feels like it's like you're a good match that way. If the feminine is the Aquarius, you know who you are. So find which side of the story speaks to you, claim that, and then the other side is your divine counterpart. I hope that makes more sense. Queen of Wands. What say you, Queen? We have two queens in the past energy, so that's very interesting. Wow. There's some guardedness there. Oh my goodness. Detour. It just reminded me. Holy Hannah. Well, you know, I do your morning reading. I do a reading in the morning for the signs I'm going to read that day. And you had as your, for this morning, the anchor card was this Four of Pentacles. And the card in the future position was the Queen of Wands. So I know this, and we also have a Three of Swords and a Ten of Swords. So the Three of Swords is like heartache, and the Ten of Swords is, yep, that's over. But we had that Four of Pentacles, that guarded energy, and here it is here with the Queen of Wands. But it's showing up in the past, which is very interesting, because in that reading, it was kind of more future, present and future. Very interesting. Some guardedness around this Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, this Queen of Wands is this feminine who may be very guarded have some walls up, not be showing their full hand, and therefore coming across very mysterious. See that little black cat at her feet? Doesn't have to be a fire sign, it's just an energy. And here, as the King of Pentacles, there's like this energy of not being able to access it. There's a wall here. Things are stuck. For others of you, this Queen of Wands could be a karmic partner. If there's third-party energy, I only say that because I got the Three of Swords in this morning's reading. It's not showing up here right now, but it has in the past, so we need to keep that in mind, that there's some guarded energy here with regard to a karmic partner. There's where the 5, yeah, there's the regrets. I'm feeling some confirmation here from Spirit, the regrets of the past, which are showing up right now. That was underneath. So being that it's underneath, it's sort of, it was bubbling up under the surface, not really in conscious awareness in the past, but it's front and center right now. Powerful. Okay, so there's some confirmation around that energy. 5 of Cups. What's the 5 of Cups? Honest to God, I was just sitting here saying, I feel like I'm looking at divorce. I feel like I'm looking at the regrets of the past, the obsession or the worry with regard to a wife, right? And this third energy is a karmic partner, and then out comes the Justice card, and that is a card, the regrets of the past, and this might be an energy of divorce, separation, some legal matter that's bringing some sorrow, sadness. There's grief, loss, regret, sadness. Doesn't have to be a formal legal matter, but that's what the reference usually is in the card, so I want to say it since it's a general reading for the collective. It can just be a very fine, finalized process in the connection. Wow, but I'm seeing King and Queen of Pentacles, and then I'm seeing a King of Pentacles with a Queen of Wands. And you know how the Queen of Wands can sometimes be a third energy or a karmic energy? Huh. Well, there's the Leo energy in the Strength card. This is about gathering your courage and finding the confidence and the courage to overcome an obstacle. There is a reference here to helping each other, though, almost like energetically even, because there's this eternal connection between these two. I love it because she's always shown taming the beast. There's always a lion either at her feet, or she's tickling the chin or scratching behind the ears and making a lion look like a kitten. And then in return, there are other decks where you know, she is behind the lion and the lion is fiercely protecting her. So there's that energy of you are eternally connected and you help each other overcome the obstacles. So I'm just going to say that because I'm feeling almost like there's a pull here. This masculine's in need of some help to overcome an obstacle. King of Pentacles in the future, in that energy of life partner, stable, grounded, together, reliable, dependable, all the fun stuff. Wow, Page of Swords, looking for some information. This would indicate the Page of Swords is like the spy or the detective of the tarot, so it almost feels like this masculine will be kind of keeping their ear to the ground, you know, eyes open, looking for some information. I feel it's already coming in. That's the thing. But it's almost like they're looking for some confirmation of something that may be coming in. Some truth. More Leo. All right. So we can say for some of you that this Queen of Wands is Leo. And Leo. So I will say that just because I feel like I keep getting the Leo reference, and that was my original instinct with the Queen of Wands. But in the absence of that, this is a masculine who will be kind of focused on either incoming information, finding information, or delivering information, messages around their happiness. wanting the happiness, seeking the happiness, getting clarity around the happiness. Right? This is a follow your bliss in 3D kind of part of the reading. So it bodes well for the masculine, but I still feel like they're waiting for some information. They're looking for that clarity, a message, something that, and there's the 8. Yep. I'm going to take it because, oh, no, it's not there. I'm going to take it because there was another reference to, oh, here it is, 35. 3 and 5 is 8 in this language, Speak the Language of Love. I didn't reference the numerology in the beginning, but I like it because it's like focused attention on something that needs a creative solution. So I almost feel like whatever they're looking for, whatever information, what's driving them, what's motivating them is this desire to have creative solutions that lead to their happiness. I like it. Okay. Page of Wands. Wow. Leap of faith. Page of Wands. And then followed by the 9 of Wands. Well, this is your card, Aquarius, or one of them. The Fool is that energy of a new day, a new beginning. It can be a new path. It is calculated risk, of course. Obviously, in its lower vibration, you're not doing good risk assessment. But this feels okay. I feel like the Page of Wands would indicate this feminine isn't taking themselves too seriously. They're offering these messages, that light-hearted, flirtatious messages. They're kind of taking that leap. They're not being overly cautious. They're kind of persevering. This 9 of Wands is like, I'm just going to keep pushing forward. I'm going to keep it light. I'm going to keep pushing forward with an eye toward choosing that path. And in a way, persevering as they wait to see what happens. And on some level, even though they're coming across as a page, they're showing up in the reading as a page, their experience in this connection is on fuego. On fuego. They're very attracted. There's a lot of chemistry. It feels all brand new. If you are brand new to each other, if this is a new connection, that's what I'm seeing is instant chemistry. If you have been in separation or you are on and off, this is almost like a reignition of the torch of passion. So I like that. And I do have to present all of it so that, you know, I'm capturing as many people as I can. No, that just dropped out of my hands. Queen of Swords in the past. Truth seeker, truth teller. Feminine was on a mission. Yeah, lots of communication. Yep. All about getting at a truth, getting some clarity. With the King of Cups. King of Cups was in the last reading too. King of Cups shows up as someone who is emotionally available. I almost feel like that was the question. Are you emotionally available? Are you free to be with me on an emotional level? Are you able to access your emotions? Are you able to share how you feel? Like that's what if I'm speaking as the feminine right now, I think that's what all the communication was around. That was the truth the feminine was trying to get at. You know, are you a king? Are you here with, you know, coming from your heart, ready to share your emotions, explore your emotions? Are you free to be with me on an emotional level? And I see here some guarded energy with a Queen of Wands. So, and some regrets about that. So you tell me in the comments, is the feminine the Queen of Wands or is there another person? Right. Underneath there's that 10 of Wands laying down the burden in the past. It was the motivating factor here for that Queen of Swords. Yeah, the desire was to sort of offload the heaviness of it all, to just get a sense of relief. That was the main ambition. Let's talk it through. Let's cut to the chase. And now that there's all that release, the ace comes in, because when the 10, the 0 drops off and then the 10 comes in, which is what I was saying before with the 28. I love when the numerology lines up. Yeah, this is a brand new beginning for this feminine. New cycle. For some of you, this is out with the old and in with the new. For others of you, this is a brand new, like you've closed a chapter. You've completed a cycle. There's completion and a new cycle begins, and it feels brand new. And it's passionate and fun and exciting. You feel alive. You feel alive. 4 of Cups, That suggests some emotional withholding. Yeah, it doesn't make sense in this lineup. Sure it does. All right. So, see the ace coming out there again to clarify. So here what I feel I've got is a feminine saying, I'm going to accept no substitutions. Right? I want the ace. I'm not interested. Yeah, and the ace is coming in. So be prepared, dear feminine, if you're here, because I kind of almost feel as if you've learned some lessons. There's been some completion. You're feeling this divine inspiration, but you may miss an opportunity because you're so blindly facing this, looking at this ace. That the Ace of Wands is very different from the Ace of Cups. There's a big difference, and I feel like the ace is coming your way. You don't miss it. I know you are accepting no substitutions. That makes sense. You will need to make a choice in the future. It could be between love and passion, like an old love or a new flame for some of you. Okay, so you will make this choice at a little fresh start. That Page of Pentacles is a small message. It's something stable and grounded. It feels like newer energy, a little less evolved. It's not the King, but it's sort of showing up in page energy, and it's coming from the past life soulmate. So your choice will have to be can you start fresh? Can you start small? Can you take it in baby steps? That's what I think the choice will be about. I'm seeing a lot of big, powerful energy here that you're feeling, but I feel it's coming toward you in a less evolved way. And you'll need to figure out if that's something you're willing to accept, that you would choose. Wow, look what's on the bottom. Holy Hannah, 4 of Wands with the 6 of Cups. This is absolutely twin flame energy. This is sort of where the beginning of life partnership exists, and then that 10 of Pentacles, right? When it all comes together. I like it. I feel as if something's going to come at you a little bit less evolved, or almost like a restart. And you'll have to decide if you're going to choose that. I think you will. I think you will. Especially if you perceive that the other person has the same buy-in to the connection that you do. All right? I'm going to take it to the extended Aquarius, and we're going to look at something you need to focus on right now. I'm seeing a little bit of conflict over here when I'm not the 5s, but the 5 of Cups specifically. Some regrets, something that feels off to me here. I want to kind of see if we can get a hit on that. What are the blocks, the challenges, or the dynamics between the two of you around that issue? What can you do about it or expect to come of it? And I'll clarify all of that. It usually helps to explain a lot of what's not making sense for you here, ties up a lot of loose ends. Then I'm going to pick your cards for your messages to and from each other. What do you want to know? What do you want to say? And then a card just for you, Aquarius, from your higher self, spirit of the universe. some good old-fashioned advice from your spiritual team. And then what can you expect going forward in the connection as a whole and in what time frame? So if timing is a factor at all, it would show up there. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, Aquarius. The link to the extended is in the first or second sentence of the description box below the video. I'll be there in a second. Hope to see you there. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you for your second reading. Bye.